opportunity to battle for the most coveted prize in all of sports entertainment, the WWE Championship. This journey had many seemingly insurmountable odds, including these two.
Well, first off, we have to go back to 2 months ago. Remember, it was Ali who sustained an injury, so Kofi Kingston got an opportunity at the WWE Championship inside the Elimination Chamber match.
It's all about being the next man up. Kofi wasn't supposed to be in this match, but Kofi Kingston made the best of the opportunity.
Kofi looked to maximize the opportunity inside the dangerous Elimination Chamber, and on multiple occasions came within a heartbeat of capturing the WWE Championship.
Now, fast forward a number of weeks, and Kofi Kingston was granted an opportunity this past month in a gauntlet match. If you can knock off 5 superstars all in a row in one night, Kofi Kingston would earn a one-on-one WWE title opportunity. He first took out Sheamus and Cesaro of the bar.
It was almost a superhuman effort by Kofi Kingston, who would last an hour in this gauntlet match. WWE superstars looking on for an all-star performance from Kofi.
Now, this was what we thought was the end of the night, taking out Randy Orton. Instead, it was Mr. McMahon who put Daniel Bryan, then WWE Champion, in the way of a battered and bruised Kofi Kingston. And it was Mr. McMahon and Bryan that dashed Kofi's championship dream.
Kofi, after events like we just witnessed transpire, did you ever believe that you would get your WWE Championship match at WrestleMania?
Well, Michael, hey, man, look, I've learned over the past 11 years, man, you're going to have a lot of highs and you're going to have some lows. And the most important thing is to fight through those lows. No matter how hard it may seem, you got to keep on pushing and you got to keep fighting through. And I'm so glad that I chose to fight through, because I'm standing before you here as your WWE champion, baby. And I'm so proud that I got to do that, standing next to my brothers, Big E and Xavier, because without them, none of this happens. Without the New Day, none of this happens. We are the guys that proved that the impossible is possible.
Well, Kofi, you know, I've had the honor of knowing you throughout your entire career here in WWE. And I believe I speak for the entire WWE universe when I look back at WrestleMania and I call that moment magical. Because it really was. It was emotional. And there are very few superstars in the history of WWE that have ever had that WrestleMania moment. And I can honestly say that what transpired in New York a number of weeks ago may be the greatest WrestleMania moment ever.
Of all time.
Let's take you back.
I sincerely echo the thoughts of Michael Cole, because take a look back. This was just 3 weeks ago. WrestleMania, Kofi Kingston's first singles opportunity for the WWE Championship, pinning Daniel Bryan. Listen to this.
It is a moment I will never forget, and it is a life lesson that if you believe in a cause, if you believe in a purpose, you can achieve whatever you want.
Over 82,000 WWE fans in jubilation at WrestleMania as Kofi Kingston celebrated with the rest of the New Day and his family the greatest night in the history of Kofi Kingston's career.
Indeed, Kofi, you deserve it.
Oh, thank you, man. Oh, my God. It's amazing that that happened almost a month ago, and the emotions are still there, man. I still can't believe that I got to share that moment with my family in the ring. Like, it's still surreal, man. I gotta say that, like, next to the birth of my kids and marrying my wife, that winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania was the greatest moment of my entire life.
There's one problem, however. Now that you are a champion, you have got this huge target on your back. And the first person to take aim was Kevin Owens.
Well, Kofi Kingston, he talked about highs and lows. First off, let's take you back to a matchup last week. Kofi Kingston in a match with Shinsuke Nakamura was broken up by Nakamura's tag team partner, Rusev. It was Xavier Woods and Big O who came to the rescue. Big O was working well with the New Day, Byron.
Oh, look, they extend the olive branch to Kevin Owens, allowed Kevin Owens to be part of the New Day.
Kofi even saved Owens, bam! And that is how KO repaid that favor, revealing his true colors, betraying the New Day.
A tiger never changes his stripes, such is the case with Kevin Owens, as Kofi Kingston found out firsthand.
I hope you had a good time, because I'm coming for this!
Kevin Owens was fixated on the WWE title and the champion, Xavier Woods, coming in to help out his New Day brother, but it was KO who turned things around.
That's the fruition of a cold and calculated plot by Kevin Owens.
Your reaction?
You know, a lot of people say that I should have seen this coming, and I gotta put a lot of the blame on myself, because they might be right. You gotta understand one thing though, man. We at the New Day, we believe in giving people second chances. We believe in allowing people to change if they want to change. We believed that Kevin Owens genuinely wanted to change, but at the end of the day, Kevin Owens is gonna be Kevin Owens. If Kevin Owens wanted to challenge me for the WWE Championship, all he had to do was ask. That's all he had to do. I would have gladly given him an opportunity. I have no problem doing that. So what I say is this. He said as he was stepping on my head, he said that he was doing what he was doing for this. He said that he was coming for the WWE title. I say let him come. And I say we do it at Money in the Bank. Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. I am not afraid of Kevin Owens. I am not worried about losing my championship title.
Well, if it isn't the devil himself.
I sincerely hope Kofi Kingston understands the gravity of the challenge he just laid down to a merciless superstar like Kevin Owens.
Challenge accepted, Kofi. And look, you did give everyone a WrestleMania moment nobody will ever forget, and there's nothing more the WWE Universe loves than a great moment. And at WrestleMania, you gave them the greatest moment. You won the title on the grandest stage of them all in front of your wife, your kids. You celebrated in the ring. God, it's so great. It doesn't get any better than that. What a moment. But the thing about moments is, Kofi, those moments, they end. Moments are fleeting. And now that they saw that moment, they probably aren't willing to admit it, but I'll gladly tell you what the WWE Universe is thinking. None of these people believe that you're actually championship material. And you know what? I look into your eyes, I listen to your voice, I hear the words that are coming out of your mouth, and I can tell you don't believe you're championship material either. I can tell you're in way over your head, and the water keeps rising. You're drowning, but you're...
Xavier Woods. And Xavier Woods from behind on Kevin Owens. Oh, and a kick to the face. And here comes Kofi Kingston up the entranceway, running off KO.
KO wanted no part of Kofi Kingston. Big surprise. I'm surprised Xavier Woods is even able to move after what occurred last week. His back driven across the ring apron.
Come on, man. You all right?
You have to ask yourself, is Kofi Kingston over his head with what has happened here? Again, it was Xavier Woods who came to help out, and Kevin Owens took out Xavier Woods and went running. But this is the type of man that Kingston now has to deal with, that Money in the Bank.
At least we know that Kevin Owens' true colors are out in the open. No more deception.
Well, meanwhile, you got to ask if Roman Reigns is in over his head as well. On his first night on SmackDown Live, the big dog Superman punch Mr. McMahon in the face. Reigns will address the repercussions he's felt courtesy of Shane McMahon, plus his matchup Money in the Bank against Elias tonight.
Just weeks. Champions rumors are running wild regarding the Hardys. Jeff Hardy has an important announcement to make regarding his health as the Hardy Boys address the future of the SmackDown Tag Team titles tonight. Here we go, guys. Where are we going, Byron?
We're embracing Hug Life. That's where we're going. One of the newest superstars to SmackDown Live as a part of the Superstar Shakeup. Bayley ready for action against a longtime friend.
And how I've missed the Bayley buddies.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from San Jose, California, Bayley.
Then maybe you should take those Bayley buddies home. You can call it a social life.
Bayley out to prove herself against the dual champion who beat the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey, at WrestleMania, Becky Lynch. Bayley versus Lynch, first time ever. Next.
Hey, dude, we talked about this, man. What are you doing? Your back is all screwed up. We talked about this. We had a plan, man. What were you thinking?
Oh, you know I can't sit around and just let them talk about you like that. That don't make any sense.
And I appreciate that, but look, man, I got this, dude. Like, you got a family to take care of, okay? You gotta think, man. Okay, right now, we're worried about you, okay? You gotta take care of yourself. I'm gonna make sure you're okay, all right? We gotta take care of you. You got a family to take care of. I got this, bro. Trust me.
I'm trying with Kofi on this one. You don't want to make a bad situation worse for Xavier Woods.
Well, you can see what's hanging high above the ring here as Bayley gets set for action. It's the Women's Money in the Bank contract, because 2 weeks from Sunday, streaming live on the WWE Network, we'll see the men's and women's Money in the Bank contract ladder matches. We learned last night on Raw, Natalya, Naomi, Dana Brooke, and Alexa Bliss will represent Raw. The first representative from SmackDown, former women's champion, former women's tag team champion, Bayley.
I can't wait to see who the other three are going to be.
We'll find out later tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the woman who made history in the main event of WrestleMania when she became first ever to win the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships, the man, Becky Lynch.
Proudly carrying the pressure and the expectations of two brands.
Sometimes pride can make you make very stupid decisions. I think the man has bitten off a little more than she can chew.
The superstar who ended the one and only loss to Ronda Rousey in her WWE career. Last week on Raw, Lynch suffered 2 women's rights from Lacey Evans. Last night, she tried to make things right.
Lacey Evans, if you're not too busy back there currying favors or whatever it is that you do, how about you come out here and I give you a little payback?
But I warned you last week to not allow your emotions to get the best of you, sweetheart. So I'm done talking.
Well, emotions came into play for both these women as Lacey Evans went right after the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion.
Chaos would ensue. Lacey Evans proving to Becky Lynch that she is much more than just a pretty face. Lacey is a very dangerous threat to Lynch's championship on Monday Night Raw.
But this is the environment that Becky Lynch has created, saying she'll take on all comers, take on all challenges, and in this case, a very serious threat from Lacey Evans.
And Lynch has laid down for herself quite the gauntlet at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Becky Lynch will defend her Raw Women's Championship at Money in the Bank against the sassy Southern Belle herself, Lacey Evans.
It is risky, it is a gamble, but Becky Lynch working double duty at Money in the Bank because she will also defend the SmackDown Women's Championship against the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
Becky Lynch is the first woman to ever capture both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships simultaneously. And guess what? Lynch could also be the first woman to lose both titles in the same night.
It's a legitimate possibility, Corey. You know, Becky Lynch understands the threat here.
And early on, it's Becky Lynch with the confidence, but Bayley firing it right back. First time ever on SmackDown Live these two have ever gone one-on-one.
Let's just look at the environment in which Becky Lynch has made this decision to defend twice. There will be a new Miss Money in the Bank that night. Let's say, by some act of God, Becky Lynch beats Charlotte Flair, beats Lacey Evans. Now she's got to worry about Miss Money in the Bank lurking around. We saw what happened last year with Alexa Bliss.
And that person very well could be Bayley, as we learned a little bit earlier on, is involved in the field in the Women's Money in the Bank contract ladder match. But Bayley, great opportunity here tonight against the dual champion, looking to redeem herself, Byron, off of last week's loss to Charlotte Flair.
I admire the gusto of Bayley. Brand new opportunity.
Bayley and Lynch live. First time ever here on SmackDown Live, Becky Lynch going one-on-one with Bayley, and the dual champion, Becky Two Belts Lynch, tweaking her left knee during the commercial break on your screen.
Becky really needs to be cautious heading into Money in the Bank. I don't know. I would probably have advised against taking this matchup tonight with Bayley. I think confidence can be a detriment.
From behind Bayley into a cover and a kick out by Lynch.
Especially the hot streak that Bayley's been on, especially since she stepped over here to SmackDown Live in the Superstar Shakeup. Bayley is looking for a fresh start, and it could begin with the man.
Look, I think to understand Becky Lynch's decision-making, you have to understand the road she's traveled. For so many years, Becky felt like an afterthought, felt like it was a long shot for her to be in the championship picture.
Went for the kick out of the corner. Bayley tracks down the dual champion. Oh, knee right to the side of the face. Lynch is rocked. Bayley might have her here. Cover and a kick out. Graves, I can't help but agree with your point. This is very risky for Becky Lynch, considering she's defending both her titles in the same night in Hartford, Connecticut.
As of this particular moment, we don't know how severely Becky Lynch tweaked her leg. It could be minor. It could be a non-factor. It could be something far more serious. Becky could be limping into Money in the Bank.
I think a lot of Bayley's motivation again, lost to Charlotte Flair last week. Trying to step up in the face of the Queen, trying to earn a SmackDown Women's title opportunity. Instead, it's Flair who got the victory.
This is the kind of competition Becky Lynch wanted. She wants the Baileys of the world to step up, to show how tough they are, to see how much they can push Becky Lynch.
And now Bayley's going to have a chance in the Women's Money in the Bank contract ladder match. But look up, Becky Lynch from the top turnbuckle. Now Lynch trying to put away Bayley. Oh, and a kick out.
Problem is, Byron, no matter who you are, the double champ or otherwise, if you get pushed far enough, eventually you'll meet a ledge.
Look, I agree, Corey. It's an uphill battle for Becky Lynch, but if Becky can somehow accomplish going to Money in the Bank and successfully defending both her championships, what do you think that does to her legacy?
It cements it. Absolutely 100%, Byron. If somehow Becky Lynch pulls off another impossible task at Money in the Bank, you have no choice but to believe all of the words, the many, many words spoken by the man.
Bayley relentless in the face of Becky Lynch.
Bayley daring the man to hit her.
Tossing Bayley across the ring.
Exploder suplex connects. Bayley's in trouble right now. See the adrenaline starting to pump through the man.
And Becky Lynch with a hard forearm shot there to Bayley. It's things like last night on Raw, Becky Lynch, her pride, her ego sometimes going after the score with Lacey Evans. Could it cost her?
Becky said it last night. I'm not going to hold this title hostage. I'm not going to dodge challengers.
Listen, sometimes a reactionary fighter can do great things as we take another look at this double clothesline. Both competitors with the exact same idea. But being impulsive is not conducive to being a long-term champion. Period. I don't care what sport you're in.
I don't think it's so much being impulsive. It's Becky's reasoning to be great. It's her road to greatness.
Both women out to the count of 10 to get back up to their feet. Lynch starting to stir. This matchup will continue. The referee. Here's a cover by Bayley. Kick out by Lynch. Two of the four horsewomen of WWE battling it out here tonight on SmackDown Live.
Bayley lands Becky with a suplex.
Hey, Bayley might pull this thing off.
Bayley going to the top turnbuckle, trying to propel herself towards the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Elbow drop, and Becky got the knees up.
Well scouted. Becky grabbing the arm.
And to disarm her. And Bayley taps to the man.
Here is your winner by submission, the Raw.
Wait a second. Charlotte Flair.
Becky Lynch's challenger at Money in the Bank.
For the SmackDown Women's title now launches Bayley into the post.
Charlotte Flair was lying in wait and picked the prime opportunity to strike.
This is why the mindset, the mentality of Becky Lynch is dangerous. She needs to have her head on a swivel at all times, not only on SmackDown Live, but on Monday Night Raw. This is an unwinnable situation for the man. 24 hours ago, Lynch was in a throwdown fight with Lacey Evans. Tonight, after a grueling battle with Bayley, she has an encounter with the Queen. Charlotte Flair is hell-bent and determined to reclaim the throne on SmackDown Live.
It wasn't just Lynch, it was Bayley who also suffered the wrath of the angry Queen.
All the pressure may be on Becky Lynch, but that lady right there, Charlotte Flair, has nothing to lose and everything to gain at Money in the Bank.
The man better swallow her pride and get herself some eyes in the back of her head or some backup in short order, because Becky Lynch is the single biggest target in the women's division of WWE.
2 weeks from Sunday at the Money in the Bank event, Becky Lynch must do the impossible.
Fear is a powerful tool. And it is in man's nature to fear what we don't understand. See, my opponents try and figure me out. And by the time they think they do so, the referee has counted 1, 2, 3 in my favor. And any hope of conquering that fear has simply left this earth. You see, what happens is they take one look into my eyes and they don't like the abyss that stares back at them, because it unveils a truth about themselves, a truth that allows them to fade to black.
Good luck on solving Aleister Black, one of the newest arrivals on SmackDown Live. And here come the SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys.
You can see the obvious pain that Jeff Hardy on the left is in as he makes his way to the ring. Rumors have been going around lately about a medical issue with Jeff Hardy. The Hardy Boys will address the future of the SmackDown Tag Team titles next. Welcome back to SmackDown Live. Our broadcast colleague, Kayla Braxton, is in the ring with the Hardy Boys.
Jeff, obviously you are injured, but the extremity of the damage has not been addressed publicly. Can you please set the record straight as to what exactly happened?
It's probably easier to show you.
A hulking and malicious threat.
Frightening, ferocious, the freak, Lars Sullivan.
Destruction in his wake will continue to grow. There's no stopping the freak.
I'm unable to walk on my own because of Lars Sullivan. And now I need surgery. And I'm gonna be out for a long time. Therefore, God, it breaks my heart to have to say this. But as of right now, the Hardy Boys must give up the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. By no means is this the end of our journey. I mean, it kills me to know that I'm the reason we never even got to defend those titles. Trust me, when I come back better than ever, once again, the Hardy Boys will reign supreme. We will do extreme. Anything we have to win those.
No. Get Jeff out of the ring. Oh my God.
The freak, Lars Sullivan, is back.
Over 300 pounds, terrifying agility, a mean streak miles long. This behemoth has caused destruction since the very first night he arrived in WWE and has no intentions of stopping.
Why now? Jeff's already hurt.
Who's gonna stop him, Byron?
To speculate, unfinished business. Oh, no. Sullivan's got a hold of Matt Hardy. There's nothing Jeff Hardy can do right now, but watch.
Jeff Hardy is helpless. No.
Jeff can't even get out of the ring.
Lars, and Matt Hardy from behind trying to slow down the freak. Oh, too powerful.
Insatiable appetite that Lars Sullivan has.
Oh my God!
For destruction. I mean, Jeff is still hopping around the ring.
And Jeff is still trying to get out. His brother Matt.
Jeff, don't.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
It's not worth it, Jeff. It's not worth it.
Discretion's a better part of valor here, Jeff. Oh, wait a minute. R-Truth with a steel chair.
And R-Truth just aggravated Lars Sullivan. It didn't even faze him.
Oh my God. Truth.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Oh, no. And, destroying R-Truth.
Truth has felt the wrath before, and once again, this freak, this anomaly, Lars Sullivan, making an example out of another superstar.
Good God! Once again, the freak, Lars Sullivan, wreaking havoc. I'd suggest R-Truth heed the warning, the orders of Sullivan. It'd be best served to just stay down.
A disturbingly growing list of victims, courtesy of Lars Sullivan.
Can we just think about what we just witnessed? What Lars Sullivan just did. He just took out the reigning tag team champions. One of them injured. Either way, watch this. Punching through a steel chair.
One more time.
This would shatter the fists of most men. Lars Sullivan is not most men. Lars Sullivan is the freak. Just ask R-Truth again once Truth regains consciousness.
Another week and more carnage by Lars Sullivan. Who is going to stop that man? No one. Well, guys, it was the Superman punch felt around the world. Roman Reigns will address the Superman punch he delivered to Mr. McMahon and the subsequent repercussions from Shane McMahon and Elias. The big dog is here live tonight.
We caught a look at him earlier this evening. We still get a little more KO in the form of the KO show with special guest Xavier Woods. This can't be a smart decision by Woods. How is this happening?
Completely tasteless by Kevin Owens at the same time. Meanwhile, earlier we heard some information on the women's Money in the Bank contract ladder match still to come. The 4 superstars will represent SmackDown in the men's Money in the Bank contract ladder match. We're going to find out who's in next.
The aerial specialist Ricochet, the monster among men Braun Strowman, the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre, and everyone's favorite son, Baron Corbin.
Oh, but now it's time to find out the SmackDown side of things. And here is the first superstar to enter the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. The upstart SmackDown superstar, Ali. What an opportunity. And how about number 2? It is the Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor.
Incredible.
Number 3, one of the hottest prospects on SmackDown Live, Andrade. An opportunity to change his life, and rounding out the equation for SmackDown Live, last but not least, how about the 13-time world champion, the Viper, Randy Orton.
What an incredible field of talent, all vying for a guaranteed championship opportunity anytime, any place.
3 men involved in this very match who've held the Money in the Bank contract. But this just announced later tonight, it'll be Finn Balor, the Intercontinental Champion, teaming up with Ali against Randy Orton and Andrade. Could one of these 4 men capture the opportunity of a lifetime at Money in the Bank? They do tag team action later on tonight. Well, first off, it's time for tag team action in the women's division on SmackDown Live. One of the most talked about new teams assembled by Paige.
The following contest is a women's division tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring, accompanied by Paige, Kairi Sane, and Asuka.
So far, the duo of Kairi Sane and Asuka has had a lot of success here on SmackDown Live, unfortunately at the expense of our guest, the current Women's Tag Team Champions, Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, the Iconics.
Corey, good to see you. The other two, no good to see you.
I'll handle this. I'm the only one capable of becoming iconic. It's so great to have such multiple champions at the commentary desk.
What else? Bless your heart. Tell me more.
With all due respect, ladies,
Just because you say with all due respect doesn't mean you can say anything you want. It's in the Geneva Convention, Saxton.
You're right.
We've got the
Geneva
reigning
Convention goes down in history. Mate, so you just be quiet over there, toots, and we'll take it from here.
you don't even know what I was going to say.
I don't care. Zip it over there. Huh? Look at this weird trio in the ring. Who assembled them? It's a very odd team. Odd. Okay, Paige. All right, hold your horses, mate. Your team's about to wrestle. Got some hot tag team action here. Here we go. Hot tag team action. Okay.
Billy Payton, at first glance, what are your opinions of the newly formed team under the tutelage of Paige, of Kairi Sane and Asuka?
I don't like it one bit.
No? Why?
Not a fan.
Why not?
Oh, we said the same thing at the same time. Oh my God, look at our necklaces too. Ooh. Ew. I mean, what's... I mean, she did that one to you last week. Yeah, and it hurt. Okay, we don't need to talk about the past. Talk about that. We're the future.
You guys are true professionals. Obviously,
We
you
are.
learn from your mistakes.
We learn.
You've been training harder, studying.
The team on them punching them.
Feels hydrated now.
Well, I mean, always hydrated, always ready to go.
Was that sarcasm, Phillips?
It was, yeah. I have a question.
No questions from you. Sorry. Oh, she just kicked her in the head. Okay.
No!
That sucks. What are these names again? Oh, another kick.
Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Carrie, I heard.
This is Poison Ivy's less famous cousin, Sumac.
Good man.
That's a bad idea with Asuka.
Cheese and mac and cheese. Mac and cheese.
I like it.
The old mac and cheese. I almost said cheese and mac. That'd be the wrong way around, wouldn't it? Oh, okay. Come on, here we go, Ariel. Oh, I like that little mermaid.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
I know.
This could be a preview. This could be a preview of what's going to happen.
Pipe down over there, Byron, if that's your real name. Thought I told you to be quiet. Shush.
Kairi Sane.
I mean, they're not professional.
Byron, you should be calling the action or earning your paycheck somehow.
Looks like a cheetah. Row.
Peyton, Billy, can you believe?
Oh, wait a minute.
Byron Saxton thinks he's iconic.
No! Not a chance, mate!
Peyton, Billy, I think you should be paying attention to this because here comes the insane elbow. There's only...
You're gonna be joking me!
Here are your winners, Kairi Sane and Asuka.
They think they're in a row now. We're the champions! Tag team! Look at me!
Let's take another look at this. I'll handle this, guys. This is an insane elbow from Kairi Sane. But the fact of the matter is, in the women's tag team division, only one adjective that begins with I matters. Guess what it is?
What is it?
Iconic!
Anybody have an aspirin?
You seem weirdly excited right now, considering Asuka and Kairi just crushed their opponents.
I am really excited, but not because of that. I was just informed from Shane McMahon that we're getting an opportunity to be in this year's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Wait, you're serious?
Well, just one of us. And which is crazy because, I mean, how do you decide between the two of us? It's like choosing between Beyonce or J-Lo. But you know what? I think this one's obvious. I think it should be you. Between the two of us, you're way more skilled and talented.
Mandy, I see what you're doing. You're trying to flatter me, so I say you're the one in the ladder match. It's okay because I do think you should be the one in the match.
You do?
I do. You were this close to winning the Women's SmackDown Championship this year. And I think you should finish the job. This one's all you, Queen Bee.
Okay. You're the best.
Okay.
You're the best.
Oh my God, it's a real stairway to heaven.
Oh, it's been no heaven. It's in fact been hell. Roman Reigns, the Superman punch. We are back here on SmackDown Live with the greatest acquisition in the history of the Superstar Shakeup, Roman Reigns.
Big Dog wasted absolutely no time claiming SmackDown Live as his yard on his very first night on the blue brand.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Roman Reigns.
He is a symbol of hope and strength to millions around the world, and now the Big Dog is a part of SmackDown Live. But, you know, I don't think we were the only ones who thought he is the biggest acquisition. We do know for a fact, going back to the Superstar Shakeup, that Mr. McMahon thought otherwise because it was the boss, the chairman, who introduced Elias as the biggest acquisition in the history of SmackDown.
Now, Elias's moment wouldn't last long because he would get upstaged by the true biggest acquisition, much to the chagrin of Mr. McMahon.
And then a Superman punch to the face of the boss. Roman Reigns staking his claim in a spear to capitalize his first night back on SmackDown. And then this past Tuesday night on SmackDown Live, it was Roman Reigns who was ordered out to the ring by Shane McMahon. Shane standing up for his father, Mr. McMahon. A well-laid trap by Shane McMahon and Elias. Shane attacking Roman from behind.
For all that Roman Reigns has accomplished in WWE, he made the cardinal mistake. You cannot put your hands on a McMahon without expecting severe repercussions.
And that drift away from Elias. Shane McMahon and Elias with an excellent plan. It only tipped off the Big Dog Roman Reigns, and then the challenge was laid down by Elias and accepted by Roman Reigns 2 weeks from Sunday, streaming live on the WWE Network. Roman Reigns vows that Elias will never sing again after they go one-on-one.
Hard to hold a tune with a broken jaw, but Elias is doing the bidding of the McMahons.
You only get one shot at making a first impression. So I figured on my first night on SmackDown Live, I'd do exactly that, so I knocked out Mr. McMahon. And that wasn't the plan. It didn't have to be him, it could have been anybody. I just wanted to get the point across that I'm still the big dog. In SmackDown Live, well, this is my yard now.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
This might be Roman Reigns' yard, but this is the McMahon's universe. I guarantee you an unwelcome presence for the Big Dog.
Roman Reigns, the big dog in the yard. Well, we'll get to that in a second. But before we do, Greg Hamilton, if you will, please, a very short and low-key introduction from myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the best in the world, Shane McMahon.
Now, Roman, I know you, like everyone else here, inherently knows that I'm the best in the world, so you didn't nearly hear those words. But let's jump back into one thing. And you say you're the big dog in the yard, and that may be. I'm just out here to remind you that the McMahon family owns all the land.
the McMahon family owns the land. No, your daddy owns the land. And when he was in this ring with me, I was on these 2 feet, and he was on his back.
Yes, Roman, we're all well aware that you struck a national treasure in Vincent Kennedy McMahon and you knocked him to the ground. But to refresh your memory, I believe that it was you that were laying face down in that ring last week.
You left me laying with the help of Elias. Now my question is, can you come down here and do it on your own?
Oh, Roman, I would like nothing more to come down there and just slap you around, but unfortunately, I don't have the time because, you see, I'm gonna go jump on the jet. I'm gonna go see Coach Harborough up in Michigan. And I'm gonna be working with a true championship caliber organization to help get me in shape for my steel cage match against The Miz at Money in the Bank. But Roman, if you're looking for a fight, there are tons of guys in the back just lining up to welcome you to SmackDown Live. In fact, let me introduce you to 2 of them.
The B-Team? It was obvious the B-Team have arrived on SmackDown Live. These are former Raw Tag Team Champions, Saxton.
Yeah, I'm aware of their accomplishments, but you mean to tell me now there's some sort of alliance between Shane McMahon and the B-Team?
Are your eyes functioning properly? It would certainly appear that way, Byron. And for the record, Coach Harborough is an assistant to Coach Harbaugh. They're all part of the same organization. Shane just has very, very busy
Roman,
plans.
Getting down to the business, you know, the B-Team, they also want to make a great first impression here on SmackDown Live. So in just a matter of seconds, you're going to be taking on... You want to do it? You want to do it? You'll be taking on both members of the B-Team in a handicap match.
How original. You put me in a handicap match. What's next? Are you gonna blindfold me? You wanna tie this hand behind my back? What are you gonna do next, Shane? What's next, bud? Huh?
Don't be silly, Roman. But you know what? You're actually quite intuitive. You're surprising me. But a match of this caliber, you're right, it deserves a little something extra. And that should be perhaps a special guest referee enforcer. So allow me to introduce you to him.
How appropriate.
Of course.
Hello, I am Elias. Can Roman Reigns overcome these odds? We're gonna find out. We are back here on SmackDown Live. Shane McMahon has ordered this 1-on-2 handicap match between the B-Team and Roman Reigns. And look who's at ringside, the, quote, special guest referee enforcer, Elias.
I'm glad you mentioned that because this is actually a 1-on-3 handicap match. You got Elias surveying the ringside area. I think it's only a matter of time before he gets involved.
Again, it's Shane McMahon stacking the odds against Roman Reigns after what Roman Reigns did to his father, Mr. McMahon, the eve of the Superstar Shakeup.
I actually thought we would have been done with this last week, but I should have known better. Shane McMahon still trying to punish Roman Reigns.
Byron, listen, it's one of the facts of life, okay? You don't pay your taxes, the IRS is coming after you. You punch the chairman in the mouth, you're gonna have to feel the wrath of the McMahons, okay?
It almost seems like it's now an obsession from Shane. I mean, strike up this alliance with Elias. Now the B team's been dragged into this.
Roman Reigns punched Shane McMahon's father in the face.
Yes, I saw
That is disrespectful, okay? Shane has every right to be aggravated, agitated, and vengeful. What kind of man would put their hands on another man's father?
Oh, so you don't think it's a little hypocritical? Because Shane McMahon actually did the same thing to the Miz's father?
That's beyond the point.
Yeah, of course.
By the way, Shane McMahon has to prepare for a steel cage match against The Miz at Money in the Bank. Meanwhile, Roman dealing with Axel and Dallas, and Bo strikes from behind.
And if we're arguing the point, Byron, Shane McMahon's father is a national treasure. Miz's dad is stuck on a bar stool in a casino somewhere.
Oh!
Great argument.
Off the DDT, Curtis Axel into the cover. Roman Reigns able to kick out. Do you think maybe this vendetta by the McMahons is because their image for the future of SmackDown Live didn't include Roman Reigns? Clearly, they were trying to build the new SmackDown Live around Elias.
When you're in charge of $1 billion empire, Tom, sometimes you got to shake things up. You got to make some unpopular decisions. You have to take risks. Maybe Mr. McMahon truly believed that Elias was the face of SmackDown Live, the next big star, and Roman Reigns spoiled that. Do I think that was necessarily the case? Maybe not, but Roman Reigns had no business spoiling the chairman's big moment.
Call it a miscalculation in judgment from Mr. McMahon. Call it what you want. Roman Reigns is the biggest acquisition in the history of SmackDown Live, so treat him as such.
Tag. Back in comes Bo Dallas. Right now, the B team, former Raw Tag Team champions, in control. Elias looking on. Man. And the big dog comes out of the corner with a boot. Samoan drop to Dallas. Now Roman Reigns crawls into a cover, hook to the inside leg, and a kick out.
Look, to Reigns' credit, he hasn't complained. He hasn't cried about facing these punishments, these repercussions. He came out here now 2 weeks in a row and said, whatever my punishment is, I'll take it like a man.
Here we go. The special guest enforcer dealing with the actual official. Oh, man, and the B team capitalizes.
Well, Roman Reigns said he wanted to make a big first impression. While a great first impression is good, the last impression is what lives on forever.
The words of Shane McMahon, it might be Roman Reigns' yard, but the McMahon family owns the land. And now the official in this match has got wise to B-Team's act, and Elias mows down Roman Reigns. The odds stacked against Roman Reigns here tonight by Shane McMahon. 1-on-2 handicap matchup. The B team against Roman Reigns. Elias, the special guest referee enforcer.
Before the break, the designated official tied up with the B team, allowing Elias to flatten the big guy with a hellacious clothesline.
Yeah, great officiating by Elias.
Remember, it was Elias who gave the challenge to Roman Reigns for a one-on-one matchup at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. The big dog happy to oblige. That happens 2 weeks from Sunday, streaming live on the WWE Network.
Coming into SmackDown this week, Roman Reigns had to believe in the back of his mind that... Elias going to signal for the bell.
Get ready. If I say to ring the bell, you ring the bell.
He's a referee / enforcer, Byron, like a coach player. Right. He's got a lot of duties right now. I was just explaining your job. He's the authority. Come on, Tom.
Right.
Don't hop on the bandwagon.
Meanwhile, Shane McMahon has enlisted the B team to help out and do his bidding here tonight.
You know what the most attractive part about the bandwagon is, Saxton? The fact that the man driving the train signs my paycheck. So, yep, make room for gravy.
Well, it says a lot about the man you are.
Now Roman Reigns trying to get back up to his feet. Can he battle back against the numbers here tonight on SmackDown Live? And Reigns whipped into the corner. Oh, and a clubbing shot across the face of Bo Dallas.
Remember, Reigns has no one to tag. No resource to tap into except his own energy, his own resiliency.
And watch this, Roman, bam, right there, takes down Bo Dallas. But again, there's no one to tag. You've got Elias barking in your face, and in comes a relatively fresh Curtis Axel.
Another half of former Raw Tag Team champions, sidestepped by Reigns.
Shoulder first in the post went Axel. Now Dallas trying to get involved, and Roman Reigns is starting to hum.
The spirit of Roman Reigns on display. Fight, and keep fighting.
Curtis Axel in a daze in the corner. The big dog starting to regain focus. Just battering Axel. Massive clotheslines in the corner.
Oh, what a right hand.
Dallas was rocked.
Oh, going for a Samoan drop here on Curtis Axel.
Oh man. How resourceful was that?
Here's the cover on the legal man, Axel. Oh, and a kick out.
No way Roman Reigns could have foreseen having to deal with these kind of odds here tonight, but I'd say he's handling it pretty well.
Roman Reigns dug his heels in and is fighting like a true gladiator. Odds against him in every way.
There's some concern on the face of Elias.
You better watch yourself, Special Enforcer.
Gentlemen, how many times have we seen this throughout Roman Reigns' career?
Reigns.
And they punch to Bo Dallas.
Look out.
Axel from behind. So could steal this kick out by Reigns. Oh, and a Superman punch to Axel. Cover. Oh, come on.
Listen, it's well within the rules. Elias is a designated official.
There are no rules.
This is why there are multiple referees on a football field. You got to get all the angles.
This is WWE. That is malarkey.
And Elias may live to regret his decision.
Oh, wait a minute. Roman Reigns is going after this special guest reinforcer.
You can't put your hands on an official.
Oh, man. Elias can put his hands on a competitor?
That's how the rules work. As a referee enforcer, he enforces the rules as he sees fit.
He's trying to completely dismantle Roman Reigns.
And now Roman Reigns tossed back inside the ring. Curtis Axel thinking about the perfect plex. Connects on Roman Reigns. Oh, and a kick out.
And that wasn't even enough. It wasn't enough to put Reigns away.
Curtis Axel should try harder. That was a clean, honest count by Elias.
Clean honest count. Yeah, whatever.
And Elias can't believe it. And Elias telling Curtis Axel to stay on Roman. Hold him up. Hold him up. Come on.
Elias looking like he's in panic mode now. What is he trying to do?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Of course.
Elias has got his trusty guitar. Axel was trying to set up Roman. Superman punch to Elias.
That's gotta be a disqualification, right?
Axel tried to go for a pinfall. Look out. Spin. Roman Reigns beats the odds here tonight.
Incredible.
Here is your winner, Roman Reigns.
I don't know how he did it, but it is undeniable. Once again, the big dog stood strong, and overcame the odds.
Stack the deck as high as you can. You gotta wonder, what is Shane McMahon thinking after this?
In Reigns' first match on SmackDown in nearly 3 years, boom! He was able to drop Elias, the special guest referee enforcer, and then turn his attention to Axel. A ferocious spear would put down the B team.
The mission statement of the big dog: to make a great impression. He made a great first impression, and he made an emphatic one here tonight.
2 weeks from Sunday, streaming live on the WWE Network. There will be nowhere for Elias to run as he goes one-on-one with Roman Reigns.
Look, the Lannisters always pay their debts. The McMahons always collect theirs.
I don't know how this is going to work out, guys, but Xavier Woods is supposed to be the guest on the Kevin Owens Show tonight.
And still to come here tonight as well, tag team action amongst the 4 superstars who will represent SmackDown and the men's Money in the Bank contract ladder match. Balor, Ali, Orton, and Andrade. Still to come.
I think I enjoyed the word of the day more when Pee Wee did it.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 182 pounds.
The man who chases the light, Ali, is now chasing the Money in the Bank contract. 2 weeks from Sunday, he represents SmackDown in the men's Money in the Bank contract ladder match.
Ali, an incredibly talented athlete, but so is the Intercontinental Champion, who will also join the fray at Money in the Bank.
And his tag team partner from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland. He is the Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor!
If you imagine if Balor walks out of the XL Center with the Intercontinental Championship and the Money in the Bank contract.
History has taught us that at Money in the Bank, anything and everything is possible.
WWE Money in the Bank is delivered by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. We are set for tag team action amidst the 4 superstars who will represent SmackDown Live come the Money in the Bank contract ladder match. We learned the Raw field last night. It will be Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin.
I remember Braun Strowman won the Money in the Bank contract last year. Could the monster among men repeat?
Just looking at this and how the field has shaped up as an athletic spectacle. Look at these athletes. You got Ali, you got Ricochet, you got Finn Balor, some of the best aerial combatants in the game. You put them in there with some of the strongest powerhouses we've got, like a Strowman or a McIntyre. Anything is possible. We could see otherworldly goings on.
And their opponents, first from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds. He is the Apex Predator.
It's all about the opportunity of a lifetime of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, an accomplishment which Randy Orton knows all too well.
After I win the Money in the Bank ladder match for a second time, you'll see that there is nothing more lethal to a WWE champion than the combination of a Money in the Bank contract and the 3 most destructive letters in sports entertainment. RKO.
You add a veteran, one of the greatest of all time, the Viper, Randy Orton, into the chaos of the Money in the Bank ladder match. We could very well see Orton capture the briefcase for a second illustrious time.
He's won 2 Royal Rumble matches. Why not 2 Money in the Bank contract ladder matches?
And his tag team partner, accompanied by Zelina Vega from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, Andrade.
Imagine the Money in the Bank contract in the hands of Zelina Vega for her client, Andrade.
Here it is, the best part of your night. When you get confirmation that that ring is about to be graced with the presence of Andrade.
Finn Balor, I have no respect for you. Ali, I have no respect for you. Randy Orton, 12 times world champion. Amigo, anytime you want to learn something, tag me in. And I will teach you to respect Andrade.
No question, Andrade is bold, he is brazen, he is confident. Just offering to teach Randy Orton something?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Listen, I admire the charisma and the confidence that Andrade possesses, but you're talking about Randy Orton. I mean, if anyone's going to take that as disrespect, it's the Viper.
Well, we know it's going to be every man for themselves in the Money in the Bank ladder match, but tonight, Andrade, you have to coexist with the Viper.
Yeah, the 13-time world champion. So it's Orton who will start things off against Ali. And let's remember what the Money in the Bank contract is all about. In the matchup, you climb the ladder, first superstar to gain control of the briefcase owns the contract, which inside, it gives you an opportunity at a world title anytime, anywhere for 1 year.
Ali was seemingly trapped in no man's land.
Oh, man! This tag team match is just getting started. Tag team action, the 4 men who will represent SmackDown in the men's Money in the Bank contract ladder match. Randy Orton off the power slam kick out by Ali.
No matter how you feel about Randy Orton, you have to look at Orton as an immediate favorite in the Money in the Bank ladder match. This is almost impossible to pick as the field has been announced, but Randy Orton has already won Money in the Bank once.
In fact, there are 3 superstars involved in this men's Money in the Bank contract ladder match who have captured the Money in the Bank contract.
And you've also got many other hungry superstars who would love to jump the line to have a championship opportunity. We've heard for a year now Andrade claiming to be the future of WWE. What faster way to reach the top of the mountain than winning the Money in the Bank contract and cashing in?
Orton tags in Andrade, and here comes the Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor, who's developed quite the rivalry with Andrade over the last few weeks. Thought about a cover, and Andrade couldn't wrangle the Intercontinental Champion.
Balor might have lost a tooth.
Right. Oh, defanged, and now it's Balor, a stomp right to the chest.
Balor told me this is what he loves about SmackDown Live. New matches, new competition, new ways to step up.
Andrade and Vega, they claim that Balor ran away from their challenge. Instead, it's Balor who's taking it head on. Oh!
Andrade from the second rope, and Balor meets him. What a response from Balor. Balor thinking about taking flight. Gonna join Andrade on the outside.
Trying to build momentum towards Money in the Bank. Ali in the ring. Whoa! Oh my God! And Orton sent over the disc by Ali.
Ali just launched the Viper right over our announce table. Balor connected on the far side of the ring. Andrade is down. Finn Balor. Finn was looking to ascend to the top. Zelina Vega making her presence known.
And Zelina Vega again interfering as she's done in multiple matches between Andrade and Balor.
Balor now in a vulnerable position. Finn Balor seeing shadows.
Andrade trying to win this match for his team. Hook to the leg. And a kick out by Balor.
Not quite. Balor's still in this. You know how much Andrade would love to put Finn Balor away here tonight.
It's all about gaining a leg up as we get closer and closer to Money in the Bank.
Here it comes, hammerlock DDT on the way. No.
Oh, Balor trying to turn it around. Andrade couldn't get a hold of him, and now it's Ali who made the tag. Off the sling blade. I don't know if Andrade saw the tag.
Ali perched from the top.
Whoa! 50! Ali and Balor get the win.
Here are your winners, the Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor, and
RKO!
Out of nowhere.
Oh! And Ali trying to stand up to the Viper, and it's Orton spilled to the outside by Ali.
It was a reminder from Randy Orton, just that quick, from out of nowhere. Your opportunity to climb the ladder can be taken away from you.
We talked about the importance of momentum. Momentum in the corner tonight of Ali and Finn Balor.
Ali's got his eyes on the prize. One long climb could change someone's career in Hartford.
Quite a spectacle from the SmackDown Men's Money in the Bank participants. And now let's meet the final 2 SmackDown Women's participants. First, please welcome the Phenom, Ember Moon. Ember, how excited are you to be competing in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match?
I'm beyond excited. You know, I have many names, but I have yet to make a name for myself. But that's going to change because the Money in the Bank ladder match, it changes careers, it changes lives. And I intend to seize that moment. I'm gonna climb to the top of that ladder. I'm gonna grab that contract, and I'm gonna be known as Miss Money in the Bank.
Somebody say my name, you call me? No. Not so fast, Ember, because that contract is mine. After all, I did win the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and technically the second.
But technically, didn't you use
Listen, we don't need to talk about how I won. All that matters is that I won twice. But you're absolutely right. This match changes lives. And I'm not afraid to do whatever it takes to win. I held on to that contract for 287 days because I wanted to make it count. And that's exactly what I did when I cashed in my contract and became SmackDown Women's Champion. So Money in the Bank, I'm gonna remind everyone, including you, why Mela is money.
Well, Carmella and Ember Moon will join the field that includes the likes of fellow SmackDown superstar Bayley, and we found out earlier on tonight, Mandy Rose. And on the Raw side, it's Natalya, Naomi, Dana Brooke, and the woman who successfully cashed in the same night last year, Alexa Bliss.
Guys, it just dawned on me. The goddess and God's greatest creation are in the same match competing against each other. What am I going to do?
Poor thing. My question is, as we brace for the KO show, is what will the New Day do? As KO has invited Xavier Woods to be his special guest here after what transpired early on tonight. Kofi Kingston was in the ring when KO interrupted and took a shot at the WWE Champion.
Don't believe your championship material either. I can tell you're in way over your head, and the water keeps rising. You're drowning, but you're boom!
KO's sharp tongue would draw the ire of New Day member Xavier Woods, but Woods, still reeling from Owens' attack last week, would meet a similar fate, this time a super kick from KO.
Xavier Woods was in the trainer's room earlier tonight. I am curious to see if we are back here on SmackDown Live. Kevin Owens ready to host the KO show, but earlier tonight we heard the challenge laid down by Kofi Kingston. KO accepted 2 weeks from Sunday, streaming live on the WWE Network. Kofi Owens for the WWE Championship.
Welcome to the Kevin Owens Show. Now, as you can see, the signs are gone, the graphics are gone, the desk is gone, because, let's be honest, the pageantry, all this crap, this is something the New Day would do, right? They would have balloons out here, they'd have confetti, they'd have giant pictures of themselves. They have pancakes, all kinds of stupid crap. But guess what? I don't need that, because this is Kevin Owens. This is my show. I am the show. And this is all I need. Now, before I was so rudely interrupted earlier by Xavier Woods, a choice that I'm sure he regrets making now, I was trying to make a point. And that point is that what I was saying earlier is the absolute truth. Kofi Kingston is in way over his head. Kofi Kingston is drowning. But Kofi, don't worry, help is on the way. And I am that help. Because at Money in the Bank, I will relieve you of the burden you've been carrying around since WrestleMania. Because I truly believe, scratch that, I am positive that at Money in the Bank, I will take the WWE title from you. But enough about Kofi Kingston. That's all we've been hearing about for months now. Earlier tonight, I had a great idea for my guest. And that idea was to have the one and only Xavier Woods right here as my guest. Because you know what? We know all about Kofi Kingston, but I want to hear about Xavier Woods. So Xavier, I don't know if after what happened earlier, if you're still willing to come here and talk. I don't know if you're even able to, but please, if you are, just humor me, come down, sit here, trust me, and let's just have a chat. Come on, Xavier. Come on, man. It's been about Kofi for months now. I want to hear what's in your head. I want to hear what's in your heart. The spotlight is finally yours. Come Come on, Xavier, come down here. Ladies and gentlemen, Xavier Woods. You know, I figured this would happen, so I actually, I came here with a plan B. Oh, look at that. It's not the real Xavier Woods, but it is an Xavier Woods action figure. One of the many pieces of crap merchandise they have been shamelessly shilling for years now. Little Woodsy, why don't you stand right here? There you go. There you are. But what's wrong, little Woodsy? You don't look quite as happy as you usually do. Is it because you're lonely? Usually you have friends with you, right? Well, good news. You were part of a battle pack, so there's actually something else in the box with you. And there it is. Look, everybody, it's Big E. He's back. Yay! Of course, he's looked better. His leg's a little banged up, but he's all taped up. He's ready to go. Reunited at last. You know, the real Woods and the real Big E aren't here to tell me what's on their minds, and these are obviously useless pieces of trash. But that's okay, because I think I know exactly what Big E and Xavier Woods think. I think I know exactly what's in their heart and what's on their mind. And if they were here right now, I think
watch out, KO.
The WWE Champion Kofi Kingston making his way right towards the ring, going after Kevin Owens.
Kofi's not out here to talk anymore.
Everything Kevin Owens has done, infiltrating the New Day, infiltrating this brotherhood. Kofi's not gonna stand for it.
Wait a minute, Kingston's not done yet.
Kofi Kingston wipes out Owens.
This delusional, self-serving Kevin Owens.
Oh, the KO is done to the New Day from inside out. And now Kofi trying to destroy Owens.
Kofi is laying waste to Kevin Owens on behalf of his fallen brothers Woods and Big E.
Owens over the desk.
Look at everything KO has done to Kofi Kingston. Everything he has said about this man.
Oh my God.
Look in the eyes of Kofi Kingston.
Kevin Owens brought this upon himself. Kevin Owens is getting everything he deserves.
Kofi Kingston unleashed.
You want to get
Oh, to the eyes. Owens to the eyes of Kofi Kingston.
Owens hightailing it out of here.
Yeah. Look at the coward into retreat again.
The champion once again staring down his challenger. Look in the eyes of Kofi Kingston. This is a different intensity. This is another level.
This is what you wanted.
Kevin Owens may have just made the biggest mistake he could. He just gave Kofi Kingston something else to fight for.
This is what you wanted.